Welcome back to my channel, guys, and this is the second video about my short movie The Other Asterion, and today we are gonna talk about the production of the movie. Here I have a PDF where I just showed all the process of my work. Here is the YouTube miniature that I used when I uploaded the video. And first of all, I want to talk about the concept. I already talked about the inspiration I used for creating my story in the first video. So I just use the paint that inspired Borges for his story as a cover for the beginning of my presentation. And then, like every artist, I was looking for references, and I had some movie scenes in my mind, and then I just searched for minotaurs and taurus illustration drawings references, and actually I was pretty sure I was going to do something like these three movie scenes. One is from the Tenenbaums, one is from the Nosferatu of Werner Herzog, and here we have Bout de Souffle, the first movie of Godard, if I'm not wrong, so yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, then I just searched for more references, and it was really interesting, especially this one, this drawing here, which inspired me a lot, and I don't know where does it come from. Maybe I found it on Pinterest or something, and it's pretty awesome. And I used also this kind of mask in one of my next stages when I was thinking about the design of the Minotaur. But yeah, well, at the end I chose another one, but it was really inspirational, and everything you look here was part of my inspiration at the beginning. And yeah, this was my first concept of the movie. Just a rough draw, but pretty expressive. Here, the first draft of the storyboard I used. It was also the first stage. I didn't imagine how my character was going to be yet, so. But anyway, as you can see, it was almost all clear. I just see here a scene that I didn't use at the end. It was like a point of view from below, and there was a transition with water. But at the end, I decided that it was not necessary, and I just cut that from my idea, my final idea. But as you can see, this is a pretty rough storyboard for now. So the next step was to clean up a bit the storyboard, and as you can see, everything here is more clean and still in black and white and everything, but it's even too much clean for a storyboard. And I also, as you can see, and not animated, but almost showed all the action is going on. So as you can see here at the beginning, we have the same thing. So the lights goes on, he looks at himself, the point of view from the mirror, the close up in the eyes is that he's injecting himself. Here the scene that I then decided to cut off, and then as for the rest is pretty much the same, as you can see. So the transition with the mirror and everything, the moment when you realize that he's a Minotaur, and he comes back with his leg, and that's it. So now, once I had cleared the storyboard, I started to think about the character design, and this was the first version of my character, and I wasn't actually really happy about it, but you know, we had some deadlines in the school, so we had to start and decide how our character should look. in I don't know, in 1 week or two. We didn't have much time. So I started to design my character from different point of views, decided to see if the character works changing his appearances. I don't know if this is actually necessary, but anyway, this is also one of my way of working, which is not maybe very professional, but if I like the way it makes me inspired, so why not? So I decided to take different style of eyes, mustache, and everything, and tried it on my character. And it worked pretty well, I think. Here I changed his appearances and his face features, like the nose here, here the eyebrows, here the nose. Well, it changed a lot actually. Now what happened? Actually, I tried also to color it, which is a next step, but as I told you, sometimes I'm not that professional. This was the way I thought about it, but actually one of my teachers said that it was too similar to one character of Asterix or Obelix, which is Caesar. I don't think I don't see too much similarities, but more than one person then told me that it's actually true. So out of anger, I think I was like pretty demotivated, but actually that anger made me the same day draw a new face, which is this one actually, that as you can see is almost the same character that at the end I used for my short movie. But in the search for the right character, actually the professional way to do it is to draw many characters, and then in a situation where everything is coordinated by someone who is like an art director or animator director or character design director or everything, he chooses between all the characters you propose. So I had to decide and propose more characters. So I worked on this. Here we have still the first character I did. I changed the hair so that it wasn't so similar to Caesar, but anyway, it doesn't look so similar to me. This with a line art which is stronger and is more like a cartoon. And here other ways. Those were actually influenced also by the way I was thinking about the body of this centaur, which I will show you later on how I decided to draw. But I was already pretty sure which one I was going to choose. And this also, I really like this geometrical one, but actually this was catching my eye every time, and I think it's pretty similar reaction to everybody is looking at these 6 characters specifically. Now we go back to my presentation, and what happens? I choose my character. Now I did, as I told you, the bodies for the characters I used. I can show you a more high quality image, I think. Yes. And what happened here? It was more for fun, because what happens? Normally the lineup comparison is done for the different characters in a movie or in any animated or video game, everything. They do a lineup comparison to tell the animators the size of every character. So I was going to use only one character for my short movie, but I liked the idea to imagine the size of every one of my minotaurs. So I did this pretty cute drawing of all my characters with different bodies. Still, this one was emerging to me. I really liked this one. This was more of something I was enjoying doing than that something I knew I was going to use. As I told you, this is more cartoon and especially the body too. And this is, I don't know, I like it. It's kind of, it might be good for another project, not this one, but anyway. And once I choose my character, then I had to do the character exploration. So drew it with different expressions, different styles, different point of views, and I've seen that it works. Here we have just a spoiler of what is coming on with the study of the Minotaur. And here the turnaround of the head. This is really important for the animators because they have to see the features of the character from different point of view so that they are helped on the process of the animation actually. Here the same with the body. Then I will show you also the animation I did for presenting my turnaround. So one is this, and the body is this. As you can see, it works pretty well. It wasn't asked, but I liked it to do it, so I did it just for fun and to train. Now, what happens next? Next, we have the turnaround exploration of my Minotaur. This is the character I used. Actually, I presented more possibilities as I did for the character. This is where some of the possibilities I used. Some of them were inspired by the drawings I was searching on Pinterest, and then I synthesized all of them in the one I chose, which is this one, with this really strange turnaround. It looks like I don't know, we have it's going to fight us with his friends, but anyway, I liked it, and I have the animation too, which works really good to me. And yeah, this was about the character design. Now, what happened next? I imagined the coloring of the possibilities of color that I can use for my character, which should have been coherent with the story. So actually I had fun here too. What happens here, I was pretty sure I wasn't going to use something like this, like a Nordic coloring, or this way, these two, even because the Taurus looks more like a cow than a Taurus, but I was having fun at this point. I was pretty sure I was going to use this one, or this one was pretty good too, but maybe too symbolic and too enigmatic. My objective was to leave the spectator pretty sure it was human and everything normal, and decontextualized. This maybe was pretty much, maybe too much of a Egyptian or antique. Here the coloring with the full body, still having fun, but I really liked this process. Now was the moment of the background. Okay, one of the main problems when you decide to animate something all alone is the amount of backgrounds you have to draw if there are many scenes. And even though and the characters too. In my case, I decided that I was going to make a short movie with one character and almost one background. Why I say almost? Because there we have only one place where our character is, but there are, I think, 3 points of view. One is or maybe 4. The long one, when we close up in the mirror, and then the point of view of the ends washing, and then when it opens up and you see the full body of of the creature. Now, this was really a challenge. What happens here? Probably the the layers I used in Photoshop to create this background were something like 200. Maybe it's not maybe. Was it how it was also due my unprofessionally, because I wasn't giving much attention to maintain my project clean, I have to say that, but it was really great. It's like everything is painted here by hand to me. Yeah, there are some textures, but there is also study here. I studied some symbols, and also for example, I was going to think about how a bathroom of a miniature should be structured. That's why I drew this and not some other bathroom elements. And this is as if you actually wanna look it up. It's as big as the centaur. So I just imagine he's washing himself here. It doesn't make sense, but it's actually one of the studies I did during my work process. Then we have other elements like the Aleph here is the symbol who gives the name to the book which contains the short story I used. Then we have here a little homage to the Oldsmobile Castle here. If you check the bathroom scene where it's all painted and everything with the magics Al is using, we have the same draw here. This was an homage to my probably February movie, animated movie, for many reasons. And now I wanna show you what else. I can show you some of my animation process. Here we had the first raw draw of the background. Here the definitive. It contains a lot of details. And now, as I told you in the first part of this couple of videos about the other Asterion, I animated in cleanup. No rough, just clean up. I used Harmony to Boom, so decided to draw the poses and then intercalated with the onion skin in the middle. Not much to show here. I would love to keep going on and actually animate in videos in the future once I uploaded these videos about my first short movie. Now I'm looking forward to take all the process online so that I can share it with you guys and maybe create also a conversation about it. Same happens here. As you can see, first here I drew the mirror point of view, and then I added the real one here in cleanup. Same happens here. And then I created these scenes where I show the different stages of the creation of some of the scenes of the short. Here, for example, we have the one of the scenes from cleanup to adding the background and the real one to the first coloring, and then second layer of colors and post-production with light. About the post-production wasn't that much. I was using just some effects for the light of the bathroom, and then the rest is just animated. And I'm looking forward to study more post-production, even with the excuse of doing some videos here. Why not? And that's it. Now, what else can I tell you? It was really interesting, the part of the sound design I did with my brother. He helped me a lot, actually finding the right sounds. Some of them were made by me, like the breath or something else. And about the music, I worked with this guy, Davide, which, as I told already, the first video was like a collaboration with a music school and it was pretty fun. My first idea, imagine, was to not put any music in the short movie, to make it mute totally, or actually only I imagined only to put some music after the moment of realization when he turns back human, apparently, because he's a centaur, and but at the end, working with him, we decided that the best version was the one we used. Actually, it was pretty fun working with that. And what happens with this kind of projects is that sometimes you don't have control on them anymore, and you just go with the inspiration and what happens, and you just accept, because at the end you decide to stop there and not keep going when actually you could keep going forever. So that's it. This is everything about my short movie, The Other Asterion. If you have any questions, I'm really willing to try and answer them. I didn't show you actually the Harmony to Boom files, but I think I don't have them anymore. But I'm really looking forward to share my process about my next short movie, which is on production now. Still doing everything alone, but we're gonna talk about that and why I choose to do that. And that's it. Hope you like it, guys, and see you in the next video.